Hello everyone, I'm Mauna Narvani. In this video, we'll be learning the last branching statement, that is switch statement. So let's check what is switch statement. Switch statement is again another multi-way selection where you're going to select one from many alternatives. Switch statement can also be used to provide menu options to the user where user is going to select one from different menus. Let's check the syntax. So the syntax of switch statement is as follows. Switch is a keyword. So here you are going to pass a value. Case value 1, block of 1, break. Case value 2, the block 2, break, and so on. Case value n, block n, break. Default, the default block, break, closing of switch, and statement X. So let's check how this is executed. Switch where the value is being passed, so that this value will be compared against each case value from top to bottom, one after the other. The switch value what is being passed here is compared against each case value one after the other from top to bottom. Whenever there is a match, its associated block of statements are executed. That is, if this value matches with value 3, then all the statements within this block 3 are executed. If there is no match found, then the default block is executed. Suppose if this value doesn't match with value 1, doesn't match with case value 2, and so on up to if there is no match with value n, then the default block will be executed, where it is going to execute all the statements present within this default block. Let's check the flowchart. So here the value we are going to check for the condition here, value. So if the value is value 1, then block 1 will be executed. If it matches with value 2, block 2 will be executed. If this value matches with value n, then block n will be executed. So we can have any number of case values in a switch statement. If none of the values are matched, then the default block will be executed. And then next, as usual, the program execution continues from statement X. So here we have seen switch, case, default, and break. So these are the C keywords or reserved words. As you can see, we are making use of switch, case, default, and break everywhere. So this switch, case, default, and break are C keywords or reserved words. The value will be compared against all case values one after the other from top to bottom. Whenever a match is found, its associated block of statements are executed, otherwise the default block is executed. So some points to remember in switch statement. Switch value must be an integer or character type. So whatever the value we are passing in the switch statement, that value must be either integer or character type. So the value here what we are passing, this value must be either of integer or character type. Case values must be unique. So everywhere we are passing case value 1, case value 2, so on up to case value n. All these case values must be unique. Unique in the sense we cannot have repeated case values. Each and every case value must be different. Next, the case values end with semicolon. That is, if you check here, case value 1, it is going to end with semicolon. Case value 2 ends with semicolon. So on up to case value n ends with semicolon. Default ends with semicolon. So all these case values ends with semicolon. The default block is optional. If present, it will be executed if the value does not match with any of the case values. If not present, no action takes place if all matches fail and control goes to statement X. The default block which is present here is optional. If this default block is present and when you are comparing this value with each of the case values, if none of the case value is matched, then the default block is executed. This value is not matched with value 1, not matched with value 2, so on up to not matched with value n. So in that case, the default block is executed. That is, if it is present. If the default block is not present, value is not matched with value 1, not matched with value 2, so on up to not matched with value n. And also the default block is not present. In that case, if none of the match is found, then the control directly comes out of the switch statement and executes statement X. The break at the end of each block signals the end of particular case and exits from switch statement, transferring the control to statement X. So in each case value block we have break. So case after in this block 1 there is a break, block 2 there is a break, block 3 break, so on up to block n break, default block break. So this break indicates that all the statements within this case value 1 block are executed. This break indicates that the control to come out of this switch and start executing X. So it is mandatory to include break in switch statement. Whenever you are executing a program using switch, within each case block there must be a break. So if suppose value is matched with value 3, all the statements within this block 3 are executed. As soon as the break is encountered, the control directly comes out of switch statement and the program execution continues from statement X. So these are a few of the points which you need to remember when you are using switch statement. So let's check the example. So this is a simple C program to illustrate switch statement. So what we are doing here is declaring a num of type integer. You are asking user to enter a number. So if number is 1, then we are printing that as 1. If number is 2, it is printed as 2. If number is 3, printing it as 3. If number is 4, then we are printing its equivalent 4. If the numbers are other than 1, 2, 3, 4, then in the default block we are printing it as wrong input. So in the same way you can extend this program to write 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. So let's check the output. It is asking user to enter number. I'll enter number as 3. So the message printed here is 3. So this number we are passing as a value of switch. This number is compared against each case value. Number is 3 is compared against case value 1. So 1 is not equivalent to 3. So this block is not executed. It is again checked for case value 2. 2 is not equivalent to 3. So hence even this block is not executed. Case 3, yes, the number 3 and case 3 matches. So hence it prints the message 3. All the statements within this case 3 are printed. So here the message is just printf 3. So the 3 is printed. So as we have break here, printf 3 is printed. The next control comes for the break statement. As soon as this break is executed, the control comes out of this switch block and the program terminates. Let's run and check one more output where the input number is 4. So hence it prints the message 4. First case is false, second case there is no match, third case there is no match, at the fourth case there is a match, so it prints the message 4. Let's run it one more time and check if what is the output if the input is 10. So it says wrong output. The number is 10, case value 1 is false, case 2 is false, case 3 is false, case 4 is also false. So there is no match for any of the case values. Therefore, as the default block is present, it prints wrong input. So this is one C program to illustrate switch statement. As I said, this case value can be either integer or character. So in this previous example, we have checked number as of integer type. In the second example, we'll check switching using character type of value. So this is a C program to display color name like red, green, blue by reading the first character of color as input. So here we are just reading red, green or blue. So the user is going to enter R, then the message will be printed as red. If the user inputs as G, then the message will be printed as green color. If it is B, then message will be printed as blue color. So the same program can be extended to display any number of colors. So here we are declaring a character type of data, ch, variable name of type char. We are asking user to enter first character of color. So like it can be R, G or B. So the character is red here. We are passing the ch as the switch value. Now this ch is compared against all three cases. So each case what the user might enter capital R or small r. Therefore we are checking for both the condition. If it can be small r or capital R. In both of these cases it prints the message as red. The user can enter capital G or small g. So we are checking for both the cases, both values G and G, small g as well as capital G, then printing the message as green. Same for blue. If none of the matches found, then in the default we are printing it as wrong color. So let's check the output. So it is asking enter first character of color. I just enter small g. The message printed is green. So ch, the value here is G. This G is for compared against first case R and R, there is no match. Then it is compared against the second case G, there is a match with small g. So all the statements within this G block are executed, where it is just prints the message green. After printing the message green, it encounters this break. Break takes the control out of switch statement. Let's run the program once again, and now we'll give some capital letter B. So it prints the message as blue. So now the character value here is capital B. So it is compared against R and R. The case is false. G and G, again the case is false. B and B, yes, there is a match for capital B. Therefore it prints the message blue. Let's run it once again and check for the wrong color. I'll print something as A. It says that A is a wrong color. A, the choice ch here is A. A is not matched against case R, case G as well as case B. So none of the case values are matched. So the default block is executed where it prints wrong color. It is always a good practice to have default block, though it is optional. So as we stated that switch can also be used as a menu driven program where user can select one menu from one option from different menus. So the same thing has been given in this program, where it is a menu driven C program to perform various mathematical operations. So we have declared four variables, number 1, number 2, result and choice. All these four variables are of type integer. So here we are asking user to enter your choice, where if user enters 1, then we are going to perform addition operation. If it is 2, subtraction operation. If user enters 3, multiplication, 4, division and 5, modulus. So the choice from the user is read here. Next, once the user enters choice, we have to read input numbers from the user. So again we are asking user to enter two numbers. So those two numbers are read in this scanf statement. So whatever is the choice entered by user, that we are passing as a case value. So this value choice is compared against each case values and the respective operations takes place. So if case value is 1, then we are going to perform addition operation, number 1 plus number 2, and this result is assigned to the variable result. And next we are printing sum is equal to result. If user enters choice 2, then case 2 will be executed. Within case 2, we are performing subtraction operation. So here number 1 minus number 2 is executed, where the result is the subtracted result is assigned to result, and we are printing the difference of these two numbers. If user enters choice as 3, then case 3 will be executed, case 1 is not matched, case 2 is not matched, then therefore case 3 is matched, where case 3 will be executed and multiplication operation is performed and the result is printed. If user enters choice as 4, then it comes to choice 4 where it is going to perform division operation of two numbers. But before performing division operation, we must check that the second number must not be equal to 0, because we cannot perform division by 0. Any number divided by 0 is wrong. So hence we are going to check that the second number is not equal to 0. If number 2 is not equal to 0, then we are performing division operation and displaying the result. If this number, second number, is equal to 0, then we are going to print it as division by 0 error. If the choice is 5, then here we are going to perform modulus operation where we are displaying the remainder of both the numbers. If none of these choices are matched, if user enters something other than these 5 numbers, then the default part will be executed where it is going to tell that invalid choice, where it will be printed as invalid choice. So let's run this program and check the output. So as soon as this program is executed, it is asking user to enter a choice. So 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, 4 for division and 5 for modulus. So let's enter choice as 1 where we'll be performing addition operation. It is asking to enter two numbers, so we'll enter something like 54 and 26. So the sum is 80. When 54 is added with 26, sum is 80. So the choice entered by user is 1. So in which case this choice is passed, which is compared against each case values. So choice 1 is matched with case value 1, where all the statements within this case value 1 are executed. Number 1, that is 54, is added with number 2, 26. The result 80 is stored in the variable result, and in the next line it is going to print as sum is equal to result. Here result is 80. So it prints sum is equal to 80. Next, let's run this program once again and check of the result for division. So now the option, the choice entered is 4, where we'll be performing division operation. So now I'll enter something like 26 and 0. We want to perform 26 divided by 0, so it prints division by 0 error. What happens here is the choice is 4, so case 1 is false, case 2 is false, case 3 is also false. When it comes to case 4, the match is found, so all the statements within this case 4 block are executed. So the number 2 here is 0, number 1 is 26, number 2 is 0. 0 not equal to 0. 0 not equal to 0 condition is checked. So here the condition is false. 0 not equal to 0 is false. So it comes to the else part where it prints division by 0 error. This is why, because we cannot divide any number by 0. Next, let's run the same program once again and will once again perform the division operation. Therefore the choice is 4. Enter two numbers. So now I'll enter something like 56 and say 4. So the division is 14. So division operation always gives the quotient result. So now the 4, number 2 is 4, 4 not equal to 0 is true. Therefore it enters into the if block where it performs division operation. The quotient is assigned to result and it prints that division is equal to 4. So let's check the one more output where the option is 5. Enter two numbers 59 and say 13. So the remainder is equal to 0. So modulus operation, when the choice is 5, all these case 1 to case 4 becomes false, case 5 is true. So hence all these statements within case 5 block are executed where the modulus operation takes place and the remainder is assigned to result, and in the next statement it prints remainder is equal to percentage d result. So the result here is 7. So the remainder is equal to 7 is printed. Modulus operation always gives reminder, whereas division operation always gives quotient. So if you execute the same program, now if you give some invalid choice, like we have choices only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you give the input as something 8, then it prints as invalid choice. This is how switch works. We can use switch statement to perform menu driven programs. So these are the references. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.